Hey, what's up guys? Oppo launched its Oppo F17 few days ago and I have been using it for 10 days now. Oppo F17 is available for a price tag of Rs 18,000 for 6GB 128GB variant and 20,000 for 8GB 128GB variant. And if you are planning to buy Oppo F17, then you should definitely watch the full video as this may help you to make the right choice. In this video, we will do an in-depth review of Oppo F17, we'll test out its gaming and camera performance, mention its pros and cons, and will finally suggest you whether you should buy Oppo F17 or not. We have already uploaded Oppo F17 speed test with its premium sibling Oppo F17 Pro. You can watch the video by clicking on the card on the top right corner. Before going ahead, let me introduce you to an easiest method to invest and earn online. You can do it by an online trading site named Binani. The link of the app is in the description below. Binani is really helpful in this pandemic situation as many people have lost their jobs and have no source of income. So this is the easiest and fastest way to earn online. If you are concerned about privacy security of this site, then you don't need to worry as you just need your email address to log into Binani. You don't need your passport or other details. So you just have to fill up the email ID password and currency option and you can start trading online. And if you are not aware with trading techniques, you don't need to worry as everything on this platform is so simple that even a new user can easily learn and start trading. You don't need to deposit large amounts like other trading sites. You can deposit small amounts according to your capacity and the deposit procedure is also safe. You have quite a few options like Paytm, UPI, IMPS, PhonePe and other online payment methods. So stop wasting time, follow the Binani link in the description and start earning. Now we will continue with the video and first let's check out what's good about Oppo F17. This phone is running on Android 10 with latest ColorOS 7.2 and I'm happy to see that Oppo has finally got rid of Chinese bloatware apps. Oppo F17 can handle daily tasks easily, there's no lag or slowdown, and since it has a 4000 mAh battery, Oppo F17 can easily last for a day with normal usage on single charge. It also supports fast charging and comes with a 30-watt charger out of the box and can charge from 0 to 50% in just 30 minutes and 100% in just 53 minutes, so that's really quick. And you can get 4 hours of talk time backup with just 5 minutes of charge. Social media apps like Snapchat and Instagram works without any issue. The filters load quickly, there isn't any lag or anything, and I have tried the 16 megapixel selfie camera and the results are decent. Same goes with Instagram. Instagram works without any issue, there's no frame drop or lag while scrolling through pages or while zooming in images. Design-wise, the phone looks premium with leather-filled textured back panel, and I feel that Oppo F17 looks better compared to its premium sibling Oppo F17 Pro. I like the design of the quad camera setup. It reminds me of the upcoming iPhone 12 series, which is going to launch soon. And it's quite slim as well at just 7.45mm thick, which makes it the slimmest phone of 2020 till now. My phone is in the dynamic orange color. Classic silver and navy blue are also available. At the bottom is the mic, Type-C USB port, headphone jack and speaker grill. The lock is on the right side. You get the volume buttons and dual SIM tray slot on the left side. At the back is a quad camera setup with dual LED flash. On the front is the selfie camera on the water drop notch and earpiece. Oppo F17 is powered by Snapdragon 662 chipset with an octa-core processor and Adreno 610 GPU. It comes with 6 and 8GB RAM with 128GB storage and there's a dedicated SD card slot which supports microSD card of up to 256GB. Snapdragon 662 is a really basic processor for gaming. It's not as powerful as Snapdragon 732G which is available in its competitor like Poco X3 which is available at the same price point. So why would anyone buy Oppo F17? Games like Asphalt 9 run on low settings, the graphics look okayish and you will notice frame drops during sudden motions in the game. Same goes with PUBG. Even PUBG works on smooth mode with high FPS only, and it's shocking to see that this phone doesn't support HD mode. You can play on medium FPS on balanced mode, whereas its competitors can run PUBG on HD graphics with high or ultra FPS. So that's a downer in the Oppo F17. But on smooth mode with high FPS, the game runs smoothly and you can see there is no lag at all. The graphics look good, there's no stuttering, but there is some graphic loading issue of objects that are far away. But if you want a better gaming phone, I would suggest you to buy Poco X3 as it has a much powerful Snapdragon 732G processor, or Poco X2 with Snapdragon 730G with 120Hz refresh rate display and 240Hz touch sampling rate, so gaming on that phone will be much better experience. If you want to see my Oppo F17 Pro versus Poco X2 comparison video, you can watch it by clicking on the card on the top right corner. One thing I like about Oppo F17 is that it doesn't heat up while gaming. Now talking about the camera, Oppo F17 has a quad camera setup, a 16 megapixel f2.2 aperture camera with face detection autofocus, a 8 megapixel f2.2 aperture ultra wide angle camera, and dual 2 megapixel f2.4 aperture depth sensors. There are many features in the stock camera app like ultra wide angle mode, macro mode, portrait with depth intensity adjustment and portrait effects, night mode, pro mode, HDR, live filters, beauty mode and panorama. You can shoot 1080p videos up to 30 fps and 120 fps slow motion videos. AR stickers are available for front and back camera. At the front is a 16 megapixel f2.0 aperture selfie camera which can shoot up to 1080p resolution videos. You also get portrait mode, night mode, live filters and beauty mode in the front camera as well. So let's check out some camera samples. Oppo F17 has a decent camera setup. Daytime pictures look good, colors are saturated, there are decent amount of details, and the ultra wide angle camera is also useful for capturing some good shots. Portrait photos of humans work fine, but there's some edge detection issue while capturing portraits of objects. HDR in normal sunlight works without any issue, only under direct sunlight it struggles to maintain the details. Indoor shots in artificial lighting conditions are nice, the lights doesn't get overexposed. The low light performance is decent. The night mode in the Oppo F17 is a hit and miss sometimes, as in few shots the night mode can result in grainy or oddly colored photos. Oppo phones have always been great for capturing selfies, and that's true over here as well. The photos are crisp, has details, but even when the beauty mode is off, there is some sort of smoothing going on which some users may not like. For security, it comes with in-display fingerprint scanner which is quite fast and secure. It also has face unlock which is extremely fast, but security wise it's not that great. Oppo F17 has a 6.44-inch Super AMOLED display with 1080 by 2400 resolution display and 409 ppi density. Since it's an AMOLED display, the colors are saturated, the display is quite sharp and has an amazing contrast ratio. The viewing angle is also great by the way. So that was all about Oppo F17. F17 is a decent phone for its price, there's nothing great about it, but looking at the performance and features, I feel that this phone is highly overpriced, as at this price point, its competitors like Poco X3 has much better specifications and camera setup. If you are not much into gaming, then you can buy Oppo F17 as it can easily handle your daily tasks like social media usage and has a good battery backup, as this phone can easily last for a day with normal usage. Please let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts about Oppo F17. If you enjoyed the video, do hit the like button. Also don't forget to click the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get updates on our new video uploads. Also follow me on Instagram on techbuzz.insta page and techbuzz Facebook page. We will be back with another video soon. Till then, stay tuned.